Paul Kuzno from Sound of Prana for Breaking Through Your Fears, Day 12. So I've just completed the first webinar and it was an exhilarating experience. There was a lot of people that were on the webinar and I couldn't believe at the level of interaction and how many good questions people had. But not only questions, but how much feedback they were providing and how deep and profound and knowledgeful their input was, so that I was able to actually share some of their comments with the other people so that we could all benefit from it. And there was a lot of positive feedback, which totally energized me. And it's a sign that Sound of Prana is offering something that is valuable to the community. And you can't even know how much that means to me. Now today I did want to touch on one of the questions that came to the webinar, which is someone mentioned that in their business they have to meet new clients and talk to them and keep meeting new people. So their sales depend on it, but there is also some insecurities that come from talking to people, and then that creates a major obstacle. I mean, you can imagine, right? The thing is that person is not the only one. I mean, public speaking is the #1 fear that people have. It's actually documented, and there's been polls on that. So you're not alone, and I have some tips for you. The first one is try to speak to someone new every single day. Don't do it necessarily in a work setting, but speak to someone new. So at the grocery store, maybe ask a question about an item to someone that's around. You can even just ask a question to one of the employees if that's easier and more accessible. You know, if you're in a social setting, or let's say you're at a concert, you might actually comment on the music to someone or say how awesome that song was, and then most likely the other person will respond. And if you keep taking these little actions every day, you're going to be slowly overcoming that fear, and then that you'll be able to leverage that and start applying a similar technique in your business to start talking to new potential clients or be more at ease when you talk with your clients. Now the #2 is something that you can start using right away in your business, and that is whenever you have offered something that is valuable to your clients and you feel really good about it, then ask them for a testimonial. And what that is doing is, in a way, you're asking for their feedback, but you're not really saying, was it good? Did that meet your expectations? Because you're kind of feeling in you, and you know that you delivered the value, right? So by asking for the testimonial, they will most likely, at a minimum, provide verbal feedback. And that will give you a validation, and then your brain and your memory will register that. And then the more positive feedback that you have from your clients, the more comfortable you're going to get. Because this is confirming that you are valuable and that you offer something that people want. And you will also be able to use some of those testimonials. And for some people, you might say, oh, is it okay if I quote you? And then you might write it down and have them confirm that this is accurate. And then you will also be able to use that to build your business. And you can use your testimonials if you have a website, on different promotional material that you have, or you can even use it in a discussion with a potential client. Oh yeah, well, I mean, I worked with a person and this is what they had to say. If you want, I can get them in touch, or I can provide you their contact information. Of course, you have to make sure that that's okay in the first place. So I hope that this is a valuable insight for you and for everyone that are tuning in. So this was Sound of Prana.